Marketing myopia is a term coined by Theodore Levitt. So there was an article in Harvard Business Review in 1960 called as Marketing Myopia, which was published by Theodore Levitt. So in that article, Levitt criticized the companies for having narrow mindset for their products. Their business were oriented towards their product instead of being oriented towards customer. So that was his idea, and he said that that is the reason a lot of company fails. So here's the wise word said by him. Company become so focused on their existing product that they fail to anticipate or respond to changes in customer preferences, emerging technologies, or new market opportunities. This narrow myopic view can ultimately lead to the demise of even well established firms. We'll see that in next few slides how that is possible. A first example is Hollywood. Hollywood initially believed they are in movie business instead of being in entertainment business. Thus, they failed to adapt with their customer preferences. Though they did it later, but they were late at it. What customer preferences were convenient and affordable form of entertainment, which they were getting from televisions and OTTs. We know Netflix and Hulu nowadays they are very popular brand. The second one is Kodak. Kodak is a pioneer brand which we all have heard. They were famous for their films and photography. Kodak narrowly thought they are in film business. So in earlier days we used to have films to be able to click photographs. We didn't had the digital photos back then. But over the time a lot of things changed, everything started to getting digitized, and Kodak failed to anticipate that and work on that. Instead, the few companies like Fuji and Sony worked on digital imaging tech, and now they are pioneer in this field. While all this was happening, Kodak was still committed to films. This myopic view of Kodak led to decline market share, and they announced bankruptcy in 2012. A third example is railroad. So railroad initially thought they were in a business of running trains on rail, but they failed to understand that they are not in business of running trains on rail. Instead, they are in transportation industry. If they could have understood that, they might have evolved or made their train transportation better to compete with cars, trucks, and planes. And this is one of the example which is different because this company saved themselves with downfall. So initially, Old Spice was a men's fragrance and grooming brand. But what was happening with them that they, as they were a old brand, they were looked at as the products for older generation people like 40s and 50s. The newer generation were not adapting these their products. What Old Spice did, they hired some brand and advertising company, and they ran this campaign called as "The Man Your Man Could Smell Like" in 2010. This revolutionized their product and their brand image, and their brand and products were popular among the new age people. So this thing saved Old Spice. Nokia. We all know about Nokia, how Nokia fade away from how our houses. So Nokia was a business which makes mobile phones and devices. But what their problem was, they failed to anticipate or understand the shift towards the smartphone and software ecosystem. While new companies like Apple and Google revolutionized the mobile market with their mobile softwares and ecosystem, Nokia stuck to their mobile and hardware business. Eventually, Nokia lost its market share. Now, Nokia has been transferred from Microsoft to other company which is known as HMD Global. Yahoo, another classic example. So Yahoo narrowly defined themselves as web portal and homepage business. So this is a talk of earlier days, okay, where Google was growing. They just started. They were a search engine. So what Google did, Google offered Yahoo to buy themselves, not just once but twice. Whereas everyone knew that Google is a better search engine, but Yahoo, with their narrow mindset, myopic view, said no to buy them. So what eventually happened, Yahoo lost its search engine business to Google, and what Google did, they developed multitudes of innovative online service which are catering consumer needs till this date. So Theodore Levitt emphasized and on 3 points. So here are the major 3 points that he says, that adopt a customer centric mindset, and another one is continuously adapting to market changes, and the third one is do business in terms of customer needs rather than just products or service. These 3 points are still valid till this date. In short, the organization must learn to think itself not as producing goods or services but as buying customers. This might save every company. Thank you for being here.